This year has been absolutely legendary in terms of player dominance, performance, and storylines compared to recent years in terms of the NBA. At the beginning of the year, I genuinely thought that this was a surefire win for Cooper Flagg to run away with Rookie of the Year. Despite a rocky start, it seemed like he was more than a favorite to win it, but as the season has gone on, it seems like this race has only gotten tighter and tighter with Charlotte rookie Con Knippel. And now, at least to me, it seems like the award could really go to either of them. And honestly, I couldn't really be mad either way. But this year kind of got me thinking, in terms of awards, especially like this one, how much does performance, fit, and numbers go into consideration? Let's look at performance and numbers real quick. Flagg technically has the better stats with 21 points, 4 assists, 6 rebounds, a steal, and a block per game. Now let's look at Khan's numbers. He has almost 19 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds a game. Just looking at these numbers, it would seem like they're pretty similar, with Flagg being slightly better, but just these stats don't exactly paint the entire picture. For example, Khan is much more efficient, with all of his shooting splits being better than Cooper's. He's shooting 50, 40, and 85 with an effective field goal percentage of 60, compared to Cooper, who shot 50, 30, and 80 with an effective field goal percentage of around 50. Khan is also playing close to 3 minutes less per game, which doesn't seem like a lot, but over the course of a season, it can really add up. And in addition to this, part of being a good and impactful player in the NBA is availability, which tells a different story than the basic numbers are also showing. Khan has played 78 games this season as of today, while Cooper has only been available for 66 of his games, barely making him eligible to win the NBA awards this season. Realistically, Khan is around 15% more available than Cooper, which means he's much more impactful through his availability. While Khan has a slightly lower PER at 17.5 compared to Coop's 18, what really tells the story is the win shares. Khan is rocking 8.1 win shares this season, while Flagg has 3.8. But some might argue that the Hornets are a better team this year, which means it would inflate this stat for Khan. Well, if we take team performance into consideration, Cooper is actually responsible for 15% of his team's wins. But when we look at Khan's numbers, he is actually 19% responsible for the Hornets' performance this season. Let's also take into account that Kyrie has been out all season and Anthony Davis had barely played before he got traded, meaning he essentially had the reins to an entire organization. And it's clearly shown in the usage rate, with Cooper sitting at 26.3% this season, which ranks 41st in the NBA, while Khan is at 22.5%. On top of this, Khan shares the floor with LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller, meaning he's competing with them to score, and they will get looks before him, while Cooper is pretty much the number one option over there in Dallas. But while Khan is technically doing better than Cooper, there is something that I really haven't mentioned up until this point, which is defense. With a league average of a defensive rating around 110, Khan is sitting quite above that with his defensive rating at about 117. Surprisingly to me, Cooper also has a slightly below average defensive rating at around 112. But as many of you probably know,
defense is 50% of the game.
Let's also consider personal achievements and league impact. Khan has had a great year, smashing the rookie three-point record, and if he keeps going at this pace, he will finish the season with the highest rookie three-point percentage of all time. On the other hand, you have Cooper Flagg, who has the most 40-point games by a teenager, beating the record since LeBron had set it in 2004. And on top of that, Flagg has also just recently scored his career high of 51 points, which has been very crucial for his case for Rookie of the Year this year. Ultimately, I feel this race is sort of symbolic in a way. You have the consistent and more available player in Con Knippel, who is an offensive beast, impacting winning right now on a team that isn't bad. On the other hand, you have Flagg, who has had some extremely good performances, being a more well-rounded player with offense and defense, and shows amazing potential for the future. But considering all of this, in my personal opinion, I believe Con Knipple should take home the 2025-26 Rookie of the Year award. Now, despite this, I also believe that due to real-life factors such as storylines, good performances, defense, hype, and potential, I believe that Cooper Flagg will actually take the award home this season. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I tried something different today, so if you liked it, please consider leaving a comment saying so. If you like my content, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. If you have anything you want me to cover in a later video, leave it down below. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next time.